is it true, Rahul, that your concept drone was the one that featured in Three Idiots?
That was very, very long back. That was one of the early prototypes that we were playing around with.
Yes.
But did it make you a celebrity? Are you in the film, by the way? For small snippets, yes, in the background.
You are?
But interesting aspects of Three Idiots that subsequently people will tell us that, oh, you started a drone company, you must have copied the idea from Three Idiots movie.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डवेयर मसाला।
भाई मेरा बेटी को प्यार चाहिए, प्यार। मेरा बेटी का ब्लड आ रहा, ब्लड नीचे से ब्लड आ रहा, प्यार चाहिए, दे दो। क्यों नहीं कर सकता? क्यों नहीं कर सकता? क्यों नहीं कर सकता? मेरे को प्यार चाहिए अभी।
That we have experienced severe operational disruptions for the past few days. Since then, the crisis continued to aggravate, with today, December 5th, being the most severely impacted day, with the number of cancellations well over 1,000, or more than half of our number of daily flights. Various causes. Yet, for you as a customer, it's important how we as Indigo address this. We have defined 3 lines of action. Firstly, customer communication and addressing your needs. For this, messages have been sent on social media, and just now a more detailed communication with information on refunds, cancellations and other customer support measures was sent. Also, we've stepped up our call center capacity.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Hello and welcome. You're watching the Wednesday edition of This Is Exclusive. Tonight on This Is Exclusive, I come to you with 2 stories. One story which the entire media has brushed it under the carpet. What's really happening with the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Ajit Pawar's son, Parth Pawar. A committee is formed, an FIR has been registered, but he's not been named. Tonight on This Is Exclusive, we put out the evidence that perhaps no one can really deny. And the other big story coming in from the state of Karnataka. We told you much earlier that Dharmasthala was just a hoax, and the SIT report vindicates our position. All this and much more. But up first, let me take you through the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Luthra's anticipatory bail hearing in court. They say they are not real owners of the club. need relief to travel to India. Court to hear the case tomorrow. Big development in Sandeshkhali probe. Key witness against Sheikh Shah Jahan, Bhola Ghosh, seriously injured in an accident while on his way to the court. More documents accessed in the Pawar land scam probe. Court questions state government over giving leeway to Deputy Chief Minister's son.
आजादी के बाद देश का प्रधानमंत्री तय करना पड़ता, तो उस वक्त के जितने प्रांत थे इसके कांग्रेस के अध्यक्ष होंगे, उनके एक एक वोट से तय होना। अब 28 वोट श्री सरदार पटेल को मिले और 2 वोट जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी को, और साहब प्रधानमंत्री जवाहरलाल जी बने।
Heated debate in Parliament over the SIR. Amit Shah schools Rahul Gandhi over latter's vote chori claims. Ladies and gentlemen, a major controversy erupted in Pune over the Mundwa land deal, where 40 to 43 acre of prime government land, valued up to about 1,800 crore rupees, was just sold for about 300 crore rupees to a group called Media Enterprises, a firm linked through documents to Parth Pawar, son of Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar. Despite documents cited by whistleblowers and investigations carried out so far, showing Parth Pawar's signatures on the LLP resolutions, stamp duty waivers and registration approvals, his name just does not appear in the FIR. The case making headlines for the last month. The court now wading into the matter, pulling up the state government, yet no strong action taken. Why has Parth Pawar not been named? Over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to take you through each and every document that has been accessed by Republic TV, which shows that there is a clear link between Parth Pawar and this group called Media Enterprises. Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister says that there is no agreement to sign with, and there is no question of any scam to begin with, and a clean sheet has already been given. A committee has been formed to look into the allegations that have been leveled against the Deputy Chief Minister's son, but so far it seems that the entire investigation hasn't made any headway. First, take a look at this detailed report, and then I'm going to take you through each of those details that we have picked up from our sources and the investigation that has been carried out by Republic TV.
In the heart of Pune's booming real estate scene, a 300 crore rupees land deal has unraveled into a major scandal since November 2025. A probe completed in a hurry, and what stands out from the initial probe is Ajit Pawar's son getting a clean chit, his company been named but not him. It started in May 2025 when 40 acres of prime government land in Mundwa worth up to rupees 1800 crores was sold for just 300 crores to Media Enterprises, that is Parth Pawar's firm. Documents exclusively broken by Republic had clearly shown how Parth Pawar has direct links with the company, his signature on paper. Other documents also showed how Parth Pawar's company, Media Enterprises, not only took the land on paper, but after a month also tried to physically take control. Picking pace, the Pimpri Chinchwad police had earlier arrested suspended sub-registrar Ravindra Balakrishna Taru. Police said that this arrest is related to alleged irregularities in the registration of a high-value land transaction involving Media Enterprises. The FIR suggests that Taru, along with his co-accused, allegedly conspired to undervalue the land and manipulate official records during the registration process. Not just that, a letter has been shot to the Maharashtra government requesting an investigation on suspended Tehsildar Suryakant as well. And accused in the Mundwa land scam, he allegedly paid 85 lakh rupees in cash to clear his family's credit society dues, questions now looming on where the hefty amount was procured from. The trail of documents paint a stark picture that Parth Pawar legitimately owned majority stake in Amedia Enterprises.
इस घटना में हमें कोई आश्चर्यचकित नहीं हो रहे हैं, न तो हम सरप्राइज हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि जिसके पिताजी राज्य के उप मुख्यमंत्री हों, रसूखदार नेता हों, लोगों को पैसा देने का जिम्मा उनके पास हो, उनका बेटा कैसे अरेस्ट होगा? पार्थ पवार ने एक कंपनी बनाई अमेडिया 2024 में, जिसके पास 1 लाख रुपए के शेयर थे। 1 लाख रुपए के रेवेन्यू रखने वाली कंपनी 2025 में 300 करोड़ का भुगतान करके 1800 करोड़ की जमीन खरीदती है, और वो भी जो महार समाज के लिए आरक्षित जमीन है, जो दलितों और वंचितों की जमीन है, उसको कब्जा किया जाता है। और उस कब्जे को करने के बाद जब ये मामला खुलता है, तब इसमें गिरफ्तारियां हो रही हैं किसकी? छुटपुट लोगों की। लेकिन पार्थ पवार को कोई नहीं छू रहा है। क्यों? क्योंकि देवेंद्र फडणवीस, अजीत पवार सरकार में बैठे हैं। देवेंद्र जी पार्थ पवार के चाचा के जैसे हैं, तो कौन पकड़ेगा?
लैंड स्कैम केस में जो दिग्विजय पाटिल जो एक्यूज है, उन्होंने और जिनके 99% शेयर्स है अमेडिया कंपनी में, वो पार्थ पवार है, उन दोनों ने एक पार्टनरशिप डीड लिख के रखा है, जो LLP एक्ट लिमिटेड लायबिलिटी पार्टनरशिप एक्ट के हैसियत से लिखा है। उसमें जो टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस है, वो टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस दोनों को इंडिविजुअली लागू होते हैं।
This, while the whistleblowers make serious allegations against the Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar.
Without doubts, see, the fact is that on 2nd April, a supplementary agreement was filed in the LLP of Amedia Enterprises, and that clearly shows that there was a partnership of 99% of Mr. Parth Pawar and 1% was Mr. Digvijay Patil. The profitability was clearly mentioned, the purpose was clearly mentioned, that they're getting into a data center was clearly mentioned. Not just that, if they buy any given property, then each and every property will have to be taken with the consent of both the partners. This was clearly mentioned in the supplemental agreement.
As investigation continues in the case, the central question remains, why is Parth Pawar being let off?
Well, in fact, there's been a massive development in the Pawar land scam probe, where the matter basically reached the Bombay High Court. In fact, a Bombay High Court judge has now raised this entire question. In fact, the High Court has now questioned the state government. The court has essentially asked why the name of Deputy Chief Minister's son, Parth Pawar, was not even mentioned in the FIR that was filed in the case. In fact, Justice Jamdar, while hearing the case, also questioned if the police was protecting the son of a deputy chief minister and only investigating others. I'm going to also substantiate some of it in a short while from now by showing you some documents, which becomes very clear that there is a connection between Ajit Pawar and Digvijay Patil, the person who has now been called by the police for questioning. In fact, let me go across to my colleague Meenakshi for what's really happening in the court. Meenakshi, the matter reached the court earlier today. In the Bombay High Court, Justice Jamdar basically raising this question as to why Parth Pawar has not been named in the FIR. What more transpired in the court?
Yes, Shavan, as you mentioned, rightly mentioned that single bench of Madhav Janbar, Justice Madhav Jamdar, has raised the question that why Parth Pawar's name not in FIR. During the hearing of Sheetal Tejwani anticipatory bill applied by her lawyer, in this matter, related to this matter, Bombay High Court raised the question that why Parth Pawar's name not in FIR. And after raising the question, Pune police answered, Pune police said to Bombay High Court that we are investigating this matter. We have just begun the investigation. So give us time. We will come up with definitely with our investigation. So this is clear indication that now what happened to the to court, Bombay High Court, let me explain you. A single bench of Justice Madhav Jamdar directed this searching question to the prosecution while hearing pre-arrest bail plea filed by Sheetal Tejwani. Nothing the Partha Pawar was not named in FIR. Justice Jamdar asked, is the police protecting Ajit Pawar's son Partha Pawar, and why police is not investigating his role in this case? Neither police investigating his role in this case, and nor the committee which was actually government committee's report also not named Partha Pawar. So there are two investigations going on. One is by committee and the other is the Pune police. So nowhere name of Partha Pawar, and that's why Bombay High Court raised this serious question today. Shravan.
Meenakshi, in fact, I just want to show our viewers some of the documents which clearly indicates that there is a link. More and more documents have essentially been accessed by Republic TV, in which there is a clear link that is basically emerging between Partha Pawar and Digvijay Patil. Republic now brings you the partnership agreement of Amedia Enterprises. In fact, it's a document that clearly mentions in black and white that designated partners of the firm would be Partha Pawar and Digvijay Patil. The document reads that partners will be responsible for doing all acts, deeds, matters and things as required to be done with respect to compliance. Earlier, in fact, we had accessed a letter of intent by Amedia, which had shown how Partha Pawar holds 99% stake in the company. And interestingly, Pune police decides to only call Digvijay Patil partner of Partha Pawar for further questioning. In fact, this has also been raised by the whistleblower in this case, Vijay Kumbar, who's going to join us in a short while from now. I'm going to stay with the documents that we have. Vijay ji, बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद रिपब्लिक टीवी से बात करने के लिए. सबसे पहले आपसे जानना चाहूंगा कि जिस तरह के डॉक्यूमेंट्स हम इस वक्त दिखा रहे हैं, अमीडिया पार्टनरशिप अग्रीमेंट को लेकर उप मुख्यमंत्री अजीत पवार कहते हैं कि देखिए कोई अग्रीमेंट ही नहीं साइन हुआ था, कोई अग्रीमेंट साइन नहीं हुआ था, और जो लैंड की बात हो रही है वो लैंड कभी लिया ही नहीं गया है अमीडिया ने. तो किस बात का इस पूरे स्कैम किस बात पर है?
देखिए, जो मैंने इससे पहले भी कई बार कहा है कि जो उप मुख्यमंत्री अजित पवार कह रहे हैं यहाँ कोई ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं हुआ, कोई लेन देन नहीं हुई, यही क्राइम है. लेन देन बिना होते हुए भी ये ट्रांजैक्शन रजिस्टर किया गया, उस पर अमल किया गया, जमीन हथियाने की कोशिश की गई, यही स्कैम है. अगर कोई पैसा नहीं दिया और जमीन का डॉक्यूमेंट रजिस्टर हुआ है तो इसका मतलब ये फ्री में हुआ है. ये कोई सोशल वर्क नहीं, इतना बड़ा और वो भी सरकारी जमीन कोई उठा के किसी और को दे रहा है, ये फ्री में नहीं रहे. इसमें दो चीजें, या तो मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग हुआ है या तो फिर ये बार्टर सिस्टम हुआ है. वो जो
पर विजय जी, कोई अग्रीमेंट साइन हुआ था कि नहीं, सबसे पहले लोग जानना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि उप मुख्यमंत्री तो लगातार यही कहते हैं कि देखिए कोई अग्रीमेंट ही नहीं हुआ था, ये जो लैंड पार्सल की बात हो रही है वो कभी लिया ही नहीं गया.
भाई साहब, उसका रेगुलर आईजीआर के पास डॉक्यूमेंट रजिस्टर हुआ है, उसका 1908 या ऐसा कुछ तो भी नंबर भी है, उसका रजिस्टर हुआ है. रजिस्टर होने के बाद वो जमीन हथियाने की कोशिश कर दी गई. वहाँ इनके लोग गए, उन्होंने अमेरिया कंपनी ने एक लेटर दिया तहसीलदार को कि हमने ये जमीन लिए तो ये हमारे कब्जे में दी जाए, और तहसीलदार उसके ऊपर आगे कार्रवाई करके डिप्टी कलेक्टर को भेजता है कि ये जमीन अभी उनको देनी चाहिए क्योंकि इनका एग्रीमेंट हो चुका है. तो इससे ज़्यादा और क्या चाहिए? इससे ज़्यादा और कुछ होता भी नहीं है. सिर्फ इतना कि डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर का बेटा, इसलिए उनको बचाया जा रहा है. यहाँ आपको दिखाई दे रहा है, मुझे दिखाई दे रहा है, कोर्ट को दिखाई दे रहा है, लेकिन पुलिस को और हमारी गवर्नमेंट को दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है कि पार्थ भी इसमें इन्वॉल्व है. ये सब कुछ सिर्फ पार्थ को और पार्थ को क्यों बचाया जा रहा है? तो अगर पार्थ को पकड़ा गया तो ये कोई इकलौता स्कैम नहीं है, ऐसे और बहुत सारे स्कैम आगे आएंगे. इसलिए
विजय जी, एक चीज बताइए मुझे कि ये अग्रीमेंट की जो आप बात कर रहे हैं, ये अग्रीमेंट वो लैंड लेने के लिए, सरकार से वो लैंड लेने के लिए जो अग्रीमेंट साइन किया गया है, इसके ऊपर लेकर क्या आपके पास कोई तथ्य है? क्या आपने पुणे पुलिस को यह बताई है कि आखिरकार सिग्नेचर्स हो चुके थे, अग्रीमेंट हो चुका था और ये लैंड दे दिया गया था मीडिया को?
भाई साहब, इसके ऊपर मैंने सीएम को बाकायदा 5 पेज का लेटर लिखा कि हाँ कैसे कैसे गलतियां हो गई, कैसे लैंड ली गई है, कैसे लैंड सरकारी है, इस पर लेना कैसे जुर्म है, ये सब कुछ मैंने लिख दिया है। इन्वेस्टिगेशन करने के लिए बोला है, लेकिन पता नहीं मुख्यमंत्री जी ने क्या किया है, लेकिन अब तक उसमें कोई, यहाँ बिल्कुल साफ है। सिर्फ अजीत पवार और गवर्नमेंट और पुलिस को छोड़कर बाकी सबको पता है कि इसमें पार्थ पवार शामिल है और उनको अरेस्ट होनी चाहिए। सिर्फ ये 3 लोगों को नहीं लगता कि उनको अरेस्ट होनी चाहिए। इसका कारण है कि एक अगर ये सामने आया तो ऐसे और हजारों केसेस सामने आ जाएंगे।
सवाल करना चाहूंगा विजय जी कि कमेटी का ये मानना है कि पहले तो ये देखा जाएगा कि कितने लोग मीडिया के साथ थे और साथ ही साथ जब ये साइन किया गया था, ये पूरी एग्रीमेंट हुई थी, उसके बाद ये कह रहे थे कि अग्रीमेंट वापस कर दिया गया था, अग्रीमेंट नल एंड वॉइड था।
कोई नल एंड वॉइड नहीं हुआ है। और जो कमेटी अपॉइंट की, ये कमेटी जब अपॉइंट की तभी मेरा ऑब्जेक्शन था कि ये कमेटी उन्हीं लोगों की कि जिनको ये सारा डील मालूम था, जिनको ये सारा प्रोटेक्ट करने की जिम्मेदारी थी और जो गवर्नमेंट की लैंड है उसको बचाने की जिम्मेदारी इनकी थी। यही लोग कल्प्रिट है, तो इनकी समिति अपॉइंट करके कुछ नहीं हुआ। जब समिति अपॉइंट हो गई उसी दिन मैंने बताया था कि इस कमेटी को बार बार एक्सटेंशन दिया जाएगा और हुआ भी ऐसे ही। अभी और 1 महीने का एक्सटेंशन दिया है, उसके बाद और भी दिया जाएगा। लेकिन जब तक कमेटी क्यों काम नहीं करेगी, क्योंकि यही खुद तो कल्प्रिट है इसमें, ये क्या किसी को जिम्मेदार ठहराएंगे। तो यही प्रॉब्लम हमारे यहाँ होता है कि जिनको एक्चुअली इसमें घसीटना चाहिए, जिन पर एफआईआर होना चाहिए, वही लोग इंक्वायरी कर रहे हैं अभी, तो इसका कोई नतीजा तो निकलने वाला नहीं है।
विजय जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद रिपब्लिक टीवी से बात करने के लिए। दैट वाज द विसल ब्लोअर इन दिस केस। इन फैक्ट द इनिशियल कंप्लेंट वाज रेज्ड बाय विजय कुमार एंड बेस्ड ऑन दिस, रिमेंबर दिस एंटायर इन्वेस्टिगेशन दैट हैज एसेंशियली टेकन प्लेस। व्यूअर्स, shifted focus now to the other big story that we are getting to you tonight on This Is Exclusive. Months ago, a massive controversy gripped Karnataka after human skeletal remains perpetually were recovered from multiple spots in Dharmasthala, prompting a high-profile SIT probe. Multiple excavations were being conducted, but no concrete evidence was ever retrieved. Now, at the center of it was a man, a masked man called Chinnaya. The police, over the course of the investigation, gathered evidence against many others, essentially bringing to light the anti-temple conspiracy, a plot that was carefully hatched to defame the temple town. For months, Republic Kannada was relentless, and now a SIT report has been submitted in the court, which aligns with our earlier findings, stating that there were no mass burials and that crucial claims were staged or even coached. The story of the Dharmasthala hoax.
The temple town of Dharmasthala has long stood as a symbol of peace, service, and unwavering tradition. Dharmasthala, a name that resonates with devotion, a name that commands reverence across Karnataka. And what began as dismissed rumors and so-called false accusations has now transformed into one of the most chilling and mysterious investigations Karnataka has seen in the recent memory. Human skeletal remains, not one, not two, but multiple, emerging from temple spots buried deep in the soil. Forensic teams from Mangaluru and Bengaluru were brought in. Samples were gathered. Tents and cordons soon marked the area. The ground was sealed, and then came confirmation. These were human remains. Preliminary report suggests that the bones are not from a single incident. Some are over 10 years old, some more recent, different stages of decay. Days-long excavations at 17 sites have yielded no results. And at the heart of it, this man, he who was acting on the orders of a certain group. But Republic Kannada's investigation had opened a can of worms. Those activists and YouTubers who led the campaign against Dharmasthala are now under lens. Activist Mahesh Timmarodi, the one who orchestrated the anti-Hindu campaign, has been taken into custody. Not just that, focus is also on those YouTubers who allegedly conspired with a larger group to plot. The key complainant himself has retracted from his statements. What fueled the entire plot further was fresh missing person complaint from Sujata Bhatt on July 15. Sujata Bhatt claims to be the mother of MBBS student Ananya Bhatt, who she says disappeared in Dharmasthala 2003. However, Republic Kannada had unearthed the most shocking details of the entire anti-Dharmasthala plot, shredding the entire conspiracy point by point. Turns out, the missing girl in the picture shared by Sujata Bhatt was not her daughter Ananya Bhatt. The girl's real identity is Vasantha. Not just that, Sujata Bhatt's own identity is now under question. Sujata claimed that the year her daughter went missing, she was working as a CBI stenographer in Kolkata. However, our investigation reveals that she worked as a domestic help in Bengaluru. In fact, in 2003, Sujata Bhatt was in Shivamogga and not in Kolkata as claimed by her. From the masked man to Ananya Bhatt puzzle, the plot fell apart quick. And an SIT report submitted in court today has essentially put to perspective what Republic reported.
After a whistleblower claimed that he had buried over hundreds of bodies in and around Dharmasthala and river Netravati in the last 30 to 40 years, the government constituted a special investigation team headed by Pranav Mohanty, which carried out investigation for the last 2.5 months, and also they made sure that they dug up at least 17 to 18 places where they found nothing else other than pieces of bones of 2 male persons. After which the special investigation team concluded with their investigation, and as of now, a report has been submitted to Beltangdi court, which has primarily named 6 persons, mentioning that these are the actual persons who were against Dharmasthala, who actually created the hoax and the false.
The controversy that spiraled into the pro versus anti-Sanatan debate in Karnataka.
I had openly said in the assembly that there is a conspiracy against Dharmasthala, because I know what is going on. Though some of our leaders had asked me about that also, I knew that this is not the fact. A big conspiracy is going on. But ultimately the truth has been prevailed. Justice has been given to them.
Republic Kannada's expose on Dharmasthala stands vindicated. The biggest anti-Hindu plot now out in the open.
A legal journey that is carved through discipline and precision. Former Solicitor General of India, Counsel for Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, former Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao and others. Senior Advocate Ranjit Kumar, insightful, unfiltered, candid. Only on Republic TV this weekend.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, सबका राजा और प्योर मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डवेयर मसाला
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया सफेद चने या काले चने
सब कुछ मजेदार बने
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा
राजा और मसाला
भाई मेरे बेटी को प्यार चाहिए
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल ये रंग दे ये खुशबू दे ये तीखा ये कम पड़े क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डवेयर मसाला केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया सफेद चने या काले चने
सब कुछ मजेदार बने
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला डिलीशियस हेल्दी एवरीडे।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध MDH गरम मसाला
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला डिलीशियस हेल्दी एवरीडे।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया सफेद चने या काले चने
सब कुछ मजेदार बने
From your smartphones to your smart televisions, trending stories are breaking the internet. We start off with US President Donald Trump earning the ire of the internet. And well, America yet again. This time it's for two reasons. The first is him going back on his words on affordability and almost shirking off all responsibilities of work he once promised on the issue at hand. His hypocrisy is calling affordability issues a hoax that has set the internet on storm. And if that wasn't bad enough, his lewd commentary at a rally on his White House press secretary was further slammed and trolled by netizens. And let's not forget the vice president's viewers. He has also been making headlines. J.D. Vance and Usha's marriage has long been speculated about, and a recent picture of them allegedly fighting has only fueled the rumors further. J.D. Vance was also very quick to put an end to these rumors with a cheeky quip in response to the allegation posts. And that's not all, viewers. We also bring to you an incredible story of talent as 1 year, 9-month-old Veda Sarfare breaks internet records with her swimming feat of 100 meters in a record 10 minutes, 8 seconds. We have this and a lot more lined up in this power-packed episode for you tonight. I'm Mantra and this is Trending. US President Donald Trump seldom has days where he hasn't made it to the headlines. And amidst an ailing presidency at the moment, he held a rally-style event marked by a blitz of false claims, which in turn has been garnering the ire of the internet. And this truly goes to show how the US president seems to believe that any publicity, even negative attention, is good publicity. This, as he has been going back on his words from 2024 on making America affordable again, with a complete 180-degree earlier this month, where he claimed that affordability is a hoax. Viewers, in fact, let me quickly play out the stark contrast between his statements and the sharp U-turn that the US president has taken. Watch this.
This should never be happening in our country. This should never be happening. We will make America wealthy again, and we will make America affordable again. Affordability is a hoax that was started by Democrats who caused the problem of pricing. And they didn't end it when, look, they lost in a landslide. We won every swing state, we won the popular vote, we won everything.
Now, a year ago, Trump sang a very different tune. After having harped on focusing on America's affordability issues heavily during the 2024 presidential election, he had alleged affordability to be a Democratic hoax. He continued to fixate on affordability being a hoax allegation at this rally as well yesterday. Watch this.
Camera. I say it, and I said it the other day, and a lot of people misinterpret it. They say, oh, he doesn't realize prices are coming down very substantially. But they have a new word. They always have a hoax. The new word is affordability. So they look at the camera and they say, this election is all about affordability. Now, they never talk about it. They never talk. Thank you very much. They say I'm not allowed to run. I don't know what the hell that's all about, but that's okay.
Well, that's what Trump had to say, ladies and gentlemen. Netizens, in fact, had a lot to comment on the matter as well, as citizens of America have seen no resolution to the state's affordability issues, or even an attempt to resolve the issue so far, from hating on Trump for his disconnect from ground reality to slamming his lack of initiative to follow up on his promises. The internet had a slew of reactions lined up for the US president, some of which are on your screens. And that's not all, viewers. US President Donald Trump has sparked a whole new controversy in the meantime at the rally that he held yesterday to reboot his ailing presidency. At a rally where his speech was supposed to center around the economic agenda hereon, Trump went off script as he started a steady stream of extremely lewd comments under the garb of compliments for his White House press secretary, Caroline Leavitt. Now, in a display of extreme lewd behavior, the president complimented Leavitt's features as the 79-year-old cheered on the crowd, asking if his 20-year-old press secretary is quote-unquote great or not. And he did not stop there, viewers. Trump even added, and I quote, "I don't think anybody ever had a better press secretary than Caroline."
119.
Isn't she great? Is Caroline great? When she goes on television, Fox Like, I mean, they dominate. They dominate when she gets up there with that beautiful face and those lips that don't stop, up, like a little machine gun.
And viewers, if you think this is one-time instance, it unfortunately is not. Let's take you to another story where lewd comments were made on Caroline Leavitt. Back in August 2025, during an interview, the Republic leader almost made just the same lewd comments on the praise of Leavitt. It comes as no surprise that the internet is reacting as agitedly, half of it cringing, other half of it calling it a classic pervert old guy energy.
She's become a star. It's that face, it's that brain, it's those lips, the way they move like she's a machine gun. Is she in the room?
She's in the room.
She's a star, and she's great. She's a great person, actually, but she's, I don't think anybody has ever had a better press secretary than Caroline. She's been amazing.
Now, of course, social media did what social media does best: explode. Users on X were not having it. Many called out how shallow a US president can sound, especially when he turns an economic agenda talk into commentary on his press secretary's face and lips. And the classic X style burns on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. Netizens have absolutely roasted Trump. Now, viewers, we bring to you an incredible story today. A story of immense talent beyond one's years. This is the story of one-year-old Veda Sarfare from Ratnagiri, who has achieved a feat and charted history by swimming 100 meters in a record 10 minutes, 8 seconds, which earned her a spot in the India Book of Records. Her journey with swimming commenced innocently enough at a local government swimming pool where she watched her older brother take lessons. It was the guidance of coach Mahesh Milke which had the little one take on swimming as she swiftly grew confident in the water, proving that age is absolutely no barrier to career, courage and achievements. All right, viewers, joining us live are coach Mahesh Milke and parents Paresh and Payal Sarfare of the 1-year and 9-month-old swimming champion. सबसे पहली बात तो बहुत बहुत बधाई आपको. हम देख सकते हैं कि हमारे साथ वेदा भी है. कैसा लग रहा है आपको?
कैसा लग रहा है आपको? कैसा लग रहा है?
हेलो.
हाँ जी बताइए.
मैडम बोलिए.
हाँ, अगर आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है. पहली बात तो मैं ये आपको बोल रही थी, बहुत बहुत बधाइयां. इतनी छोटी सी उम्र में आपके बच्ची ने इतना कमाल करके दिखाया. आप लोग को कैसा लग रहा है? एज पेरेंट्स, एज कोच, आपको कैसा महसूस हो रहा है?
मैडम, ये बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है क्योंकि पूरी दुनिया में, ऑल इन वर्ल्ड में जो हिस्ट्री कोई किसी ने नहीं की थी, वो हिस्ट्री इस लड़की ने बनाई है. ये लड़की मेरे पास पिछले 10 महीने से यहाँ से ट्रेनिंग कर रही है हमारे महेश मिल के स्विमिंग ग्रुप की तरफ से. और जब वो 9 महीने की थी, 9 मंथ, तब से वो अपने यहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग उसका स्टार्ट किया. और जैसे जैसे उसका ट्रेनिंग स्टार्ट करने के बाद जैसे वो पानी में कूद गई, उसको पानी में लिया गया. मेरी पत्नी भी उसके मेरे साथ वहाँ पे कोचिंग करती है. और जैसे ही उसने पानी में खेलना शुरू किया तो हमने सोच लिया कि अब ये पानी से खेल रही है तो उसका रिजल्ट अच्छा मिलेगा. और हम धीरे धीरे उसका ट्रेनिंग करके अभी 1 साल और 7 महीने के पूरा होने के बाद उसको वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड के लिए हमने ट्राई किया. और अभी एक बरस और 9 महीना होने तक उसने वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड के लिए ट्राई किया है. और उसने 10 मिनट 8 सेकंड में 100 मीटर 100 मीटर स्विमिंग पूरा किया हुआ है सर. मैडम,
बहुत ही कमाल की बात है. इनफैक्ट मैं आपसे ये भी जानना चाहूंगी कि 1 साल 7 महीने जैसा आपने बताया, इसकी शुरुआत कैसे हुई? इतनी छोटी सी उम्र में बच्चे जनरली हम देखते हैं कि पानी से डरते हैं, उधर ये ऑलरेडी रिकॉर्ड्स बना रही है. कैसा लग रहा है?
मैडम देखो अभी कैसा है. अभी आपको यहाँ सामने कैमरे पे दिख रहा होगा. ये पिछले 2-2.5 साल से मेरे पास स्विमिंग करते आता है. रुद्र, उसका बड़ा भाई रुद्र सरफरे, वो अभी 12 ईयर का है. और जब वो मेरे पास प्रैक्टिस के लिए आता था, उसी टाइम उसके पिताजी ट्रैवलिंग का बिजनेस ले रहने की वजह से उनको यहाँ पे प्रैक्टिस का टाइम नहीं मिलता था. तो उसकी माँ जो है, जो ये वेदा की माँ है, वो उसको लेके ट्रैक पे आती थी। और जब वो उनको जब देखने के बाद पूरा मतलब वो जब पेट में था, तभी उन लोग का डिसीजन था कि हम उसको जो कुछ होएगा, जो लड़की हुई या लड़का हो गया, तो हम उसको जल्दी स्विमिंग सिखाएंगे। और जैसे ही वो 7 महीने की हो गई, तो अब 9 महीने पूरा होने के बाद उसको ट्रायल बेसिस के लिए उसको हमने पानी में उतारा था मैडम। और जैसे पानी में उतारा था तो पानी के साथ खेलने लगी, मतलब वो रोई नहीं या उसने कुछ रिएक्शन गलत नहीं दिया, लेकिन वो पानी के साथ खेलने लगी। तो हमने उसी दिन से हमने उसको बहुत मन में ठान ली कि हम इसको धीरे धीरे सिखाएंगे।
जी
मैडम
जी, मैं वेदा की माँ से भी एक सवाल लेना चाहूंगी। मैम, आपको कैसा लग रहा है? आपकी एक छोटी सी बेटी ने इतना कमाल करके दिखाया इतनी छोटी सी उम्र में। इनफैक्ट अगर आप हमें कुछ बताना चाहे एज अ मदर, एज अ माँ, आपने कोई इमोशनल चैलेंज फेस किया जब आपने देखा आपकी छोटी सी बच्ची पानी में कूद रही है, खेल रही है? कोई भी स्ट्रेस, कोई भी चैलेंज?
पहली बात तो ये जब प्रेग्नेंट थी तभी हमने डिसीजन लिया था कि हम इसको स्विमिंग में ही उसका जो कुछ है वो करियर है वो स्विमिंग में ही करेंगे। और बहुत छोटी की उम्र में हमें उसे पानी में डालना था। सो इट इज नॉट डिफिकल्ट फॉर मी। जब उसका 9 मंथ का सारा वैक्सीनेशन कंप्लीट हुआ, उसके बाद में हमने उसको एक दिन पानी में डाला स्विमिंग पूल में। तो उस टाइम पे उसने इतना अच्छा रिस्पांस दिया कि हम लोगों को कभी ऐसा डर नहीं लगा कि इसके आंखों में पानी जाएगा या कुछ उसको तकलीफ होगी। तो उसने बहुत अच्छा से रिस्पांस दिया, वो बहुत पानी से बहुत ही अच्छे से खेलने लगा। और एज अ मदर मुझे थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट गया कि कैसे मतलब मेरी छोटी बच्ची को मैं कैसा डालूं, क्योंकि यहाँ पे अभी तक इतना कुछ अच्छे से मतलब टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप नहीं है। लेकिन फिर भी मैंने मान ली थी कि नहीं, मुझे करना है और ये करेगी। और इसका पोटेंशियल इतना अच्छा था कि उसने हर चीज अच्छे से मैनेज किया, जैसा मैडम बताते थे वो अच्छे से फॉलो करती थी। एंड देन उसने आज इतना सक्सेस अचीव किया है कि हम लोगों को बहुत फक्र होता है कि वो हम लोगों की रत्नागिरी से बिलोंग करती है और उसने महाराष्ट्र का, रत्नागिरी का और हमारे सारे परिवार का नाम इंडिया में रोशन किया है।
जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल मैम। इनफैक्ट मैं रुद्र से भी एक सवाल पूछना चाहूंगी, वेदा के बड़े भाई हैं वहाँ पे। रुद्र, आपको कैसा लग रहा है? आपकी छोटी बहन ने आपसे इंस्पिरेशन लेके स्विमिंग स्टार्ट किया और ऊपर से उन्होंने रिकॉर्ड भी बना लिया। आपको एज अ बड़ा भाई कैसा लग रहा है रुद्र?
तुला काय वाटतंय सांग?
ये तो अच्छा लग रहा है कि ये नेक्स्ट ओलंपिक की फिल्म है।
जी बिल्कुल। और कोच सर, मैं आपसे एक सवाल और पूछना चाहूंगी। इस छोटी सी उम्र में इतना इंड्योरेंस बिल्ड करना, क्या ये अपने में एक चैलेंज है या फिर एक छोटी सी उम्र में इंड्योरेंस बिल्ड करना, इनफैक्ट इस एज में इंड्योरेंस बिल्ड करना कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा बहुत आसान हो जाता है? एज अ कोच आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
पक्का, एग्जैक्टली मैडम। कैसे कि हमने ये ट्राई तो किया, जब वो 9 महीने की थी तभी हमने उसको खाली मजे के लिए उसको पानी में लिया था। मेरी मिसेस सब गौरी मिलके वो पानी में उतर के लेडीज का बैच संभालती। अभी कुछ का कैंप चालू है, लाइव चल रहा है। तो हमने मतलब प्रैक्टिकल खाली उसको देखते कि वो क्या करती, रिएक्शन उसका क्या होता है। तो जब उसने खेलना पानी में पहले दिन में खेलना शुरू किया तो उसका रिएक्शन अच्छा आ गया। लेकिन जैसे जैसे हमने उनको ट्रेनिंग करने की चालू किया तो हमको लगा कि अभी वो हेवी वेट थी। और उसके बाद में जब उसको फ्लोटिंग करने के लिए हमने बहुत ट्राई किया, उसको अलग अलग तरह के फ्लोट, बोलो नेक फ्लोट, हैंड फ्लोट, जैकेट और बैक पैड और रेगुलर किकिंग पैड वगैरह बोया लेके आया। हर तरह की तकलीफ यूज करके उसको सिखाना पड़ा। उसको सिखाने के लिए 7-8 महीने हमको गए, वो तो है ही। लेकिन उसके बाद उसने धीरे धीरे जो डेवलपमेंट की मैडम, वो देखने लायक है।
जी बिल्कुल, बहुत 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 गर्व की बात है। वेदा को अभी शायद ये ना समझ में आए, लेकिन आप इनको ये क्लिप जरूर दिखाना जब ये बड़ी हो जाए। पूरा का पूरा इंडिया इनके साथ खड़ा है। शुक्रिया हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। ऑफ कोर्स ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट टू वेदा। Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to slip into some of the hot trends of the day. Let's take a look. A big governance update first. Prime Minister Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah and the opposition leader Rahul Gandhi are set to come together for a closed-door meeting to decide on the appointment of the officials of the Central Information Commission. This is the top appellate authority for the RTI-related complaints and for now only has 2 officers. 8 positions still are lying vacant. Now under Section 12, Subsection 3 of the RTI Act, the PM-led panel will select the candidates recommended by the Department of Personnel and Training. The process starts with newspaper ads, shortlisted names move forward, and the final call rests with the high-powered committee. Every December, Guatemalans burn giant devil effigies, a tradition which is meant to cleanse negative energy before Christmas. But this year, the devil chosen was Donald Trump. Now, the effigy went up in flames and social media went into an absolute frenzy. Comments ranged from beautiful to full-blown applause, with many joking that this tradition should probably go global. Whether symbolic or satirical, Guatemala definitely lit up conversations worldwide. Now, TV actress Kritika Kamra posted a picture captioned "Breakfast with," featuring none other than host Gaurav Kapoor. And just like that, the rumors have been floating forever, finally settled. Gaurav, the cricket host who can make even a pre-match analysis feel like an inside joke, and Kritika, who has mastered the art of staying low-key, opened up about their relationship with simply smiles, coffee and calm. No dramatic announcements, no mysterious emojis. Just soft, real and refreshingly normal. In the music world, things were anything but calm. Sachet Parampara publicly slammed Amal Malik for repeatedly claiming credit for Bekhayali from Kabir Singh. The duo said that they wanted to expose some people, adding that the chats with Amal and the entire Kabir Singh team clearly proved that the song is their creation. They in fact called his behavior shameful and demanded an apology for claiming ownership of their epic piece of art. The musical notes may be soothing, but the drama is definitely not. And a fresh flow of sweetness from the new parents of the B-Town. Vicky Kaushal and Katrina Kaif celebrate 4 years of marriage today. And this year, the celebrations come with sleep deprivation. New parents now, Vicky shared a warm picture of the two with a warm, heart-warming caption. Katrina is still off social media, but Vicky's post was enough to melt timelines. Apparently, Instagram and TikTok weren't enough places for us to lose time. The new format appears in the clip section of the mobile app, giving users quick, exciting bites of shows before committing to a full episode. And of course, netizens had some thoughts too. Some joked, great, earlier we wasted 40 minutes choosing what to watch and now we'll scroll for 4 hours instead. Others asked the important question of it being free or paid. In a huge step away from classic small stalls, railways will now host major fast food brands across 7,000 stations. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. McDonald's and KFC are coming to platforms near you. Vendors won't be completely replaced, but travelers will now have the option to grab a burger while waiting for their train. Virat Kohli takes ICC ODI rankings by storm, goes after Rohit Sharma's #1 spot. 3 Indians in top 5. Virat Kohli ascended to #2 in the ICC ODI batting rankings after a stellar series against South Africa, scoring 302 runs to get the player of the series. Virat Kohli's latest career renaissance gathered more momentum on Wednesday as the former India captain climbed to #2 in the latest ICC ODI batting rankings, closing in on teammate Rohit Sharma following a prolific one-day series against South Africa. Kohli's rise up 2 places puts him just 8 rating points behind Rohit and marks his closest push towards the top spot since being overtaken by Pakistan's Babar Azam in April 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, these days, the marriage of US Vice President J.D. Vance and Usha Vance has been much talked about. Speculations, especially concerning the state of their marriage, as a rumor mill has been squirming around a possible divorce or a separation in the works. A viral picture has now started to make the rounds on the internet, only intensifying the rumors of the rift. In fact, a user on X had shared a picture of the couple at a restaurant captioned with "Not all's good" in the Republicistan quip. The picture shows J.D. Vance talking agitatedly to his wife, which netizens were quick to interpret as an outburst, fueling the speculations of a Vance family tiff and more. Now, it would have been a whole different story had this been the only instance that the Vances indicated a rift. Not too long ago, Usha Vance was spotted without a ring on her finger, which led to much speculations and online gossip, whether sporting no rock indicated having hit a rocky state of affairs. While Usha was quick to dismiss the rumors, as her spokesperson retorted to the rumors with a statement that said, "A mother of 3 young children who does a lot of dishes, gives lots of baths and forgets her ring sometimes." And if that's not all of this originally stemmed from J.D. Vance's comment earlier this year, wherein he commented rather controversially on his hopes on Usha embracing Christianity one day. He went on to describe Usha as having grown up in a Hindu family, but not a particularly religious one, and said that when they meet, both consider themselves agnostic or atheist, garnering tremendous hate online.
My wife did not grow up Christian. I think it's fair to say that she grew up in a Hindu family, but not a particularly religious family in either direction. In fact, when I met my wife, we were both, I would consider myself an agnostic or an atheist, and that's what I think she would have considered herself as well. You know, everybody has to come to their own arrangement here. The way that we've come to our arrangement is she's my best friend. We talk to each other about this stuff. So we decided to raise our kids Christian. Our 2 oldest kids who go to school, they go to a Christian school. Our 8-year-old did his first communion about a year ago. That's the way that we have come to our arrangement. But thank you.
The Vice President was quick to retort to the clip that has now surfaced, as he took to X, addressing the rumors and dispelling any notions of a stir in his marriage. With a, let's say, witty quip, he slam dunked the rumor mill with one sentence, claiming that he always wears an undershirt where he has to publicly fight his wife. The internet was left in splits. Ladies and gentlemen, we now close this show tonight with some good news. In a landmark moment, India's grandest festival, Deepavali, is now officially on UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. The big decision came during a meeting with Delhi's iconic Red Fort, and with this, Deepavali becomes India's 16th cultural treasure to make the cut. The festival has celebrated Lord Ram's return from exile and the ultimate win of virtue over vice. It now shines on the global stage, literally and culturally. As Union Cultural Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat put it, and I quote, "This UNESCO tag is a responsibility, and this Deepavali, we will light one extra lamp of gratitude." Watch this as I bid goodbye.
Deepavali is one of the grandest and most popular festivals that unites communities, families, and individuals across the length and breadth of India and the diaspora. Also called Diwali, it is observed on the new moon in October or November as per the lunar Hindu calendar month of Kartik. Deepavali means row of lights, symbolizing the triumph of light over darkness and virtue over vice. It commemorates the return of Lord Ram from 14 years of exile, as depicted in the ancient Indian epic Ramayana.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी
खास बात।
वाओ मम्मा क्या स्वाद है।
अरे मेरे राजा,
सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।